Guys, I think that I'm coming around. I think I'm changing my worldview. To like being like a Wordle is okay sort of guy. To being like maybe Wordle wasn't like the worst thing in the world in the 2020s. I still don't think you should be flexing your Wordle streak on social media, but part of that reason is because I don't think, unless you're famous, you have any reason to be on social media. They're just trying to sell you stuff. I say this as someone who's done sponsored posts on social media. But I understand, we don't need to go down that's well-trodden territory for me. Guy who uses his mouse to click on the letters in Wordle. By the way, if you don't want me to play Wordle, the best thing you could do is start telling me that like my first word is suboptimal or something like that. I literally just don't care. It's just a good time, man. How about something that doesn't use any letters, including A, that we've seen so far? How about boost? That doesn't seem so bad. How about I'd still like to mix it up a little bit. I'm still working on my Wordle skills, by the way. Like plume or lumpy. Lumpy seems like we could dot some boxes on this one. Lumpy gives you nothing, and that gives us something, man. We're probably not going to have another vowel. I'm guessing it's B. After a B, it could be an I, but it's very likely to be an A. At which point, we would look for a word like... it can't be done. It can't be done. This word, it can't be solved. It could be biota. That's kind of, it can't be because there's no T, but kind of an insane word to figure out where this O belongs, man. And the A obviously does not go there. It could be ba, t, and then maybe O. I can't, excuse me, Wordrow lets you do this. Just so you know, New York Times, if you're looking to up your tech stack a little bit. It's possible that today they might have thrown on a prank Wordle, which I respect, because we're like, the world needs a second April Fool's Day every year, I would say. So let's assume that it's this, at which point the O could go here or here. But let's assume that, is it like baton? Is it basin? No. Is it bacon? Is it Bannon? Is it shit's too hard, honestly. How about a word that uses some letters we haven't placed yet, but puts them in a position where we can figure out where they belong? That might be the next step. So we know that we'd like to figure out where this O goes. So we'd like to find a word that goes like here or here. I don't really want to play folio. So I would play like fangs, which is a crazy guess because it is going to be... never mind! Banjo! The Wordler! The Wordler. We get those. It's all about it's matrix multiplication, man. It's matrix multiplication. Get this out of here. They've been taking some crazy words lately. This, to me, this is interesting, man. This is interesting. Because I almost would guarantee that I've seen this movie. It looks very 1980s. Not 1990s, 1980s. This looks like Ali Sheedy's arm from The Breakfast Club, taking a photo of them at the end of the day. Okay, now I still, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, Dazed and Confused is from the 90s, but takes place in the 80s. Okay. Any recognizable? To me, this looks like a movie that was filmed in the 90s or 2000s, but is taking us back to the 1980s. If that's the case, what would this be? I don't know. It's got a real Napoleon Dynamite sort of vibe to the wood paneling, but I guess that's just what houses looked like back then. We got this. We got that. Got this. I don't know. Let's put it. I don't think this would be Fast Times at Ridgemont High, but let's play it like Wordle. Let's eliminate the obvious ones. Bro, that's Mark Ruffalo. It's 13 going on 30. It must be. It must be 13 going on 30, man. Judy Greer, she's in everything, man. That's Jennifer Garner. 13 going on 30, man. Crazy. It's also crazy. So, this movie came out, I'm going to say 13 going on 30 came out 2003, maybe 2003. That is Brie Larson. You're so real for that. So, like, one thing that's fun to do as you get older is be like, so here, this is like the main character of Jennifer Garner is from like the 1980s or something like that. Which means she would have been born in like the mid 1960s or something like that. Which means dead ass her character from this movie is old as dirt now. She's literally like 60 years old. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to think about. I did not say hag. You said hag. Okay, I'm sorry. I actually enjoy this game in spite of everything. You literally, I can't, at some point you have to have some standards, okay? Because like this can't keep happening. When do we have a cereal category, man? When did we get a cereal category? They got rid of celebrity face mashup and put in cereal? Like, what's going on? Like, also, I don't mean to be just grasping at straws, but there's ways that you can, like, lay out 8 cells that doesn't leave an empty space here. Like, somebody took a bite out of it, man. 4x2 would be totally fine. 2x4 for mobile, maybe. Like, it's a little insane, man. Honestly, like you're clearly not taking pleasure in the craft, and as a result, I respect myself too much to debase myself by spending time at your establishment. If you don't want to run the game, then go ahead. I don't want to play it. Okay. A garland, a wreath, a gable. A gable is like something you do to a roof, right? A gable is like it's an accoutrement that may serve a purpose on a roof, but I don't know enough about real stuff to know. Wreath. Wreath is also one of those words that it's rife for manipulation in a connections context. Dean. Dean and faculty seem related but may not. Famous clerks. Things that happen, famous Ricks. Types of music, homophones for types of music. Horror movies. Movies starring someone. Add the, and you get a post-apocalyptic movie. I don't think The Gift is post-apocalyptic. I think it was just like a witch in the woods or something like that. Sword. Bent. Temple. Temple can be a university. It could be a place of worship. It could be a part of your head. Playwrights. Playwright is very interesting as well. Garland, jackpot. Hey. Hey. I don't know what to do with hay. Flare. Flare. A garland. Flare. A wrap. I don't know, man. Like Jack, guy's name plus slang for a drug. This seems like a really tough one today. I feel like there's some linguistic chicanery. Like this has word in it. This has jack and pot. This has play and write. Like play write, S word. These are very closely related. I don't think we got like famous Judies. I don't see Judy Jetson. Things associated with Christmas. Maybe? Christmas words? Oh, fuck, it's not even close, man. Flare. Able. Road. Gift. Roof. Temple. Okay, I mean, words associated with universities, man. University words. Sword has no thematic connection, which is really leading me to believe, not to get too like analytical while having a blank board. It's leading me to believe that this is purple, and purple is often like blank plus the word, or you manipulate the word to make a connection. Like there's no other weapons here. Sword doesn't have too many other meanings that could like associate it with other words on its own merits. Bent. Bent. Roof. Temple. Temple. A wreath, a garland, a wrap, and flare. Things you might put on a gift. I'm getting desperate, y'all. Maybe a shuffle will save me. Now I'm like, I don't know what any of the words are anymore. Road. Ric Flair. Flare could also be a homophone for flare, which is something you shoot up in the air to get attention. Garland. Playwright. Sword. S word. You could land, you could write, you could word. Able. Gable. Able. Buddy, this just doesn't even make sense to me, but they have able, land, word, and write in them. Maybe there's something there. Oh my God, wait, we're cooked, man! Gift. Gift something. Things associated with money. You get a gift, a jackpot. Hay. Hay is the key to this whole fucking grid right now, man. Hey, if we could figure out what we're doing with hay, that would change everything. Things that are associated with horses. Last names of famous old Hollywood actors. Who are the... okay, James Dean. And then it's very likely to be Flair or Hay. I'm going to assume it's Hay. Aptitude, silent W, legends. Who the hell's Temple? Oh, Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple, the girl named after the drink? Oh, brother. This is can I would like to know the difficulty today. I feel like today's was really hard, man. The girl from Fortnite? 2.5? No shot. No shot. Let me see. How hard was today's puzzle? Find out with Connection Bot. I would like to analyze my game. 5 out of 5. Extremely tricky compared with recent connections. Okay? Look at this. I'm not even mad anymore. Extremely tricky compared with recent connections. 5 out of 5 difficulty. The creator gave it a 2.5? Bro, I gave the creator a 2.5, okay? Unless you're John David Washington, then you should STFU Rafflecopter. I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking to the creator. The movie was not that good. To his face. Good aesthetics, good aesthetics. Tenet clears it easily. Army greeting. Handshake. Wave. I don't know. Undiluted or a country with its vowels swapped. Pure. Ballroom dance or a country with its vowels swapped. Tango. Played a role. Acted. Eisenberg. Jesse. Ketchup brand. Unts. Eggs on. Urges. Geodes. Army greeting. A hug. Hunts. That makes sense. That makes sense. Is this blank Mahal? Yes, it is. It's either, if it's going to be Taj, it's either going to be blank Mahal or it's going to be Van Wilder 2, The Rise of Blank. Those are your only options. Sorry, I was muted. You don't get a jingle. Blank my what? Grab my package. Remember that? Remember the culling? Heavenly Hunks Organic Snickerdoodle, 22 ounces. Want to eat a cookie that has exactly the same nutritional profile as a cookie, but feel better about it? I don't know. I'm being cynical. But at the same time, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, is all I'm saying. I did not say, by the way, it has 40 grams of protein. At no point does it seem to say it's got plant protein in it. It will. I guarantee one of these is going to say plant-based, which of course is plant-based. It's a cookie. It's made of flour. It's made of sugar. Those are plants. I believe a snickerdoodle is also flavored with cinnamon. I guess to be fair, they use butter, so maybe there's plant-based butter in here. That you know what? One of the cases in which putting plant-based on the container would actually make a little bit of sense. And egg whites, those are plant-based because the chickens are eating corn, personally. I take that as plant-based, personally. 22 ounces of these. That's not a lot of cookies. I still think these are going to be pretty cheap. I think it's going to be like $11.99. It's going to be $9.99. Even better. If you factor in like currency fluctuations, we were right on one. You don't even have to worry about that. I'm so in touch. I was trying to make that work as a song. I don't know though. 35% ass tariff cost. Bro, I mean, listen, we got to stop being caricatures of Canadian citizens, though, as well. Because, like, I just don't even care about the tariff news anymore. I feel like I read an article about it every single day, and every day the numbers change. And I'm just like, go ahead, make them 10,000. Make them 10,000%. And then you read the article a little further, and you're like, it doesn't apply to, like, 99% of goods that cross the border. I feel for you if you're, like, in the steel industry or something. That's, like, a tough break. I'm not discounting that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's 0. It's 10. It's 35. It's because we're mean about dairy. It's because 3 grains of fentanyl are going across the border. It's just there's no point, man. There's no point in getting upset about it. We got all the upset out of our system, and now we just hodl. The market, though, yeah, that's due to you. I mean, the market moves, and then you find like a post hoc rationalization, but I think it's due to sliding joblessness. I don't think it's due to the tariffs. I think that's priced in at this point. You got to stop those wildfires. Okay, listen, all I'm going to say is I read an article in the newspaper this morning that was like the recent wildfires in Manitoba were caused by a bird that dropped a fish on a power line. So like, I get the idea of like, it would be nice if the fires didn't exist, but that's a really hard thing to stop. That's a really, really hard thing to prevent. I have no idea. I mean, this is one where if she's very popular, and this might be the Met Gala. I don't know, but I got to imagine. I can imagine people searching plumber, being like, "Oh shit, something broke in my house. I'm gonna Google plumber." Fair enough, man. I mean, maybe I should be Googling Emma Chamberlain. Because I don't know who she is, I should have assumed that she would have more searches, being like, who is this? Who's got more monthly streams? I don't know, man. All I know is you can't be styling your hair like that at that age. You're both, I know both of you, you're both popular. I think you're more popular. I think Rascal Flatts is more popular. It was very close. I have to think that ASAP Rocky is more less. Okay, I'm going to say Rascal Flatts, man. Now, I could not name anything ASAP Rocky has done, but I'm aware of them. Dude, this is really tough. Because Will Smith was really popular. But I can't imagine... The only people I imagine who are rocking the Will Smith songs in 2025 are people my age who never... This is rude. They want to either harness their nostalgia for a previous time, which is fine, but if you lean into it too much, is a little decrowded, or they never evolved their music taste past what they were hearing on 102.7 The Border when they were 12. So I genuinely... he's really popular. I gotta feel like Rascal kind of clears, man. Oh. I know what you're going to say. Classic rock era is kind of over, but Led Zeppelin is like one of the, and I'm not even fucking with them that much. They're one of the like holy trinity of classic rock. I recognize that they're still contemporary and popular in a lot of places I've never been to. I have to put a little respect on Led Zeppelin for this one. Okay, it's not even close. It's not even close. I'm going to say Rascal clears Bruce Willis in monthly streams of music for sure. I'm familiar with Breaking Benjamin. That's an insanely hilarious promotional image for your band. I think Rascal clears you. I know you're reasonably popular. I think Rascal clears you. Have to believe that Ed Sheeran, we're probably post-peak Sheeran, but is still more popular than Rascal Flatts. By a lot. The Foo Fighters are going to clear Rascal Flatts. Hang on, he's in tune, man. He's in tune. Foo Fighters, I think, are going to clear the Backstreet Boys. The Backstreet Boys are very popular. For the same reasons that I said Will Smith is less popular than Rascal Flatts, I'm going to say the Backstreet Boys are contemporaneously less popular than the Foo Fighters. They're mostly mining nostalgia. Shit! Shit! Still, good. Much better than usual, and I didn't get one wrong due to nomenclature issues. I got one wrong on its own merits. Lower rating, Batman vs. Superman. Not even close. Lego Movie's going to be like an 8.1. Whatever. Higher rating, I'm going to say Pulp Fiction is probably like in the top 10 IMDb movies of all time. I'm going to say The Artist is definitely lower than Pulp Fiction. I'm going to say The Artist is higher than Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So far, so good, man. Say The Artist is higher than Batman Forever, of course. The Artist is going to be higher than Cheaper by the Dozen, for sure. This is easy, man. Unforgiven is going to be a lot higher than Cheaper by the Dozen. It's a Wonderful Life is going to beat Unforgiven, but not by much. Both well-regarded films, of course. Unforgiven's going to clear Men in Black 3. They're kind of serving up some softballs today, man, but I appreciate it. The Batman vs. Unforgiven. I believe that Unforgiven will still clear by a little bit, but this is a tougher one. That seems right to me. Okay. Fair enough. I've completed all of today's challenges, man. I mean, that's too easy. The movie side of that was too easy. Maybe that's what you feel like in the other elements of pop culture if you know who the people are. You never know, man. I think I'm done guessing countries, man. I think I'm just kind of over it, to be honest with you. Movies, though, I don't think I'll ever get over. August 18th, 89. Any chance we got a Batman in here somewhere? John Candy from 89. It's a comedy drama family in August. So not Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, like an Uncle Buck sort of thing. An Uncle Buck sort of deal. Universal, 43 million, starring Steve Martin. Comedy drama romance family. I'm not that familiar with the Steve Martin catalog of 1989. We'll come back to it. 20th Century Fox with Ed Harris. Adventure, thriller, science fiction. This is The Abyss. Great movie. Columbia Pictures, 5 million, starring Michael J. Fox, 89. Not Back to the Future. Drama history, war. Even in war, murder is murder. Ron Penn. I literally just don't know it. A soldier finds himself the outsider on his own squad when they unnecessarily kidnap a female villager. And it's De Palma? Casualties of War. I've just never heard of it. Great Magic the Gathering card? Are you talking about the name or the... The art kind of looks like an old Magic the Gathering card, too. Like, this looks like from maybe like 1996 or something, but it would be like a second head growing out of his head. Columbia Pictures Billy Crystal. I shouldn't even click on this. It's going to be a comedy. The question is it... I think it's too... I want to see romance. I see romance, I say Harry Met Sally. I think City Slickers is like in the 90s. Okay, so that's a gimme. Nora Ephron? Rob Reiner. Why did I think this... No, not Nora. Who was I trying to think? I thought this was a Penny Marshall joint. Nora Ephron wrote it. Okay, all right. He's the screenwriter. Meg Ryan? The horse? Steve Martin and Mary Steenburgen. It Could Happen to You. Directed by Ron Howard. The story of the Buckman family. Is this just called Parenthood? Is this a memory that exists in my head? The movie is called Parenthood. Okay, it's that simple. Probably one of the only Steve Martin movies from this period that I know that is not Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or The Jerk. And the only thing I know about The Jerk is him going, "This guy hates cans!" You're my trip sitter. Don't say anything too fucked up. What kind of trip you sitting on, though? Like, what did you take? Because that influences what I would say to ruin your life. Meth? You'll be chill. Put me on your phone. Put Bluetooth earbuds in and get the Swiffer wet jet out. You'll be okay. We don't have any fucking water. That's an all-timer, man. Oh, here we go. Here we go, man. I've been taking like... Oh, man, I've been taking 10 minutes to do every single one of these. So this is, okay, let me start right here, okay? Pedro Pascal is not only in both movies, he's on both posters. So let's not even waste our time getting a 1. The 1 is built in from the start. We're going to do it swanky mode, man. We're going to do it swanky mode, okay? It's the same face. It's the same face in both pictures. You're not wrong. Can I say something, by the way? I haven't seen the movie yet. I think it's a goated poster. I think it's a very dignified poster. I think it's aesthetic. I think it's clean. I think it's elegant. I like the poster. I like the poster for The Materialist. I like the poster for this too, but, whatever. Now, I'm thinking that the play is Pascal, Eddington, then we go straight up with Deirdre O'Connell, and then we've done the Deirdre O'Connell connection a few different times here. Trying to think of what I would do with this, because we're trying to get to swanky, which means we're trying to go for... so it's going to be... wait. I got it. It's Synecdoche, New York, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Big Lebowski. Anything. You could really play anything here. Let's go... let me think about this for a second. Buscemi, Fargo, Francis McDormand, Nomadland, Swanky to Nomadland. You take David out. From David, you scroll to a random movie just for fun. Maybe something like Trumbo. Go to Trumbo. And then we're trying to get to Materialist. Pedro Pascal, Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans. Obviously, Marvel connection. David Strathairn is in this. No way. I can't say his name, man. I'm thinking you go Dustin Hoffman, I Heart Huckabees. From I Heart Huckabees, Jason Schwartzman. Wait, I have something. Something's appearing in my head. Jason Schwartzman, Funny People, Seth Rogen, This Is the End, Channing Tatum, to Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, which takes you to Pedro Pascal, who's in The Materialist time. I guess we could have just, now that I think about it, we could have just run it back in the other direction, but that's fine too. Minute 41 for 12. That's one way to do it. I mean, taking 2 and connecting through an SNL compilation is crazy. That's crazy. When the 1 was just on the board. Adam Driver's in Fantastic Four. Kylo Ren's in the post-credits scene, man. No one's ever really gone. It's the dream Puckdoku. Oh, the Calgary Flames 1990 to 2000. Oh, there's just so many beautiful options. I'd probably play Mike Vernon. I love the Jofa, man, or the CCM, but like when the goalies were wearing the same helmets as the players. 2010 to 2019 for the Flames. Give me a let me think about it. Give me a. I mean, there's your Sean Monahans and your Johnny Gaudreau's and your. I mean, I guess Jacob Markstrom would have been after the 2020 season, but about this, see if we could get a little bit of a deeper pull. I mean, Sam Bennett was on the team back then. I know because he was 18 and he was playing against the Canucks in that first round series, and they called him 18-year-old Sam Bennett like 50,000 times. Like, it was crazy. And then the Flames to this day, maybe Nazem Kadri. It might be too obvious of a guess. Maybe Dustin Wolf, which is also really obvious, but maybe slightly lower. Okay, I did not know that is what Dustin Wolf looks like, man. They can't imagine how enraged you are with this dude putting up like a 920 save percentage on you. That's crazy. I had no idea, man. Okay, Rangers in the 90s. I mean, they had everybody for a bit, man. I'm trying to think of who was on. Maybe like Adam Graves. An acceptable pull. Very 90s image. And then the Rangers in the 2010s. See, people might forget they had Brad Richards on the squad for a minute. And then the Rangers to this day. What about like Liaz Anderson? Did he not play a game for them? I guess maybe he got traded before he played in the 2020s. How about what's his name? Maybe, I mean, this is too obvious, but Adam Fox. Now that I think about it, 4 is actually a high number considering there's probably like 125 people who could fit in this category. Now, this is easy. 90s Chicago, Eric Daze. 5% is crazy. 2010s Chicago Blackhawks, wouldn't know, they weren't very good. Let's play a name that's tough to spell, like Toivo Teravainen. Probably gives you a little buff just by people not wanting to try to spell it. And then Chicago Blackhawks to this day, Taylor Hall was doing some stuff for the squad, right? We'll live with that. Not too bad. Movie grid. Woody Harrelson Oscar-nominated film? Yeah, it's going to be Triangle of Sadness, bro. Woody Harrelson released 95 to 2015? Yeah, it's going to be Kingpin, my brother. Great poster, man. They can't make posters like that anymore. 3 or more word title. Zombieland double tap, unfortunately. 10%. Anyone see this? I'm operating on a principle that nobody saw Zombieland double tap. No. A lot of people are saying yes, I'm ignoring them. No one's ever seen it. No one's seen it. It's not a real movie. They tricked us into thinking it was a real movie. They put this out in theaters when they needed to change the seats so they could pretend to still be operating, but also do renovations without inconveniencing anybody. Okay, all right. I thought it was a fake movie. Okay, Carey Mulligan, Oscar-nominated film. She's been in a lot. Uneducation. 3 or more word title. Promising Young Woman. 1995 to 2015. I don't know. I've used both of the Carey Mulligan movies I know that are not Maestro. That's a problem. She's in other stuff. I don't know what it is. Man. 95 to 2015, Natalie Portman. 3 or more word title. Let's hit him with Lucy in the Sky. Noah Hawley, My Goat Washed. Natalie Portman, Oscar-nominated film. I mean, there's Black Swan, obviously. Am I going to be the type of beast that puts Black Swan and gets like 38%? Oh, that's even worse. 95 to 2015. Let me see some forgotten stuff that she might be in from 95. I think Heat is like a 90. I'm not comfortable going Heat, even though I think it's 95. Ah, let's do it. It's better. I was going to play like Closer. I think we're much better off playing something like Heat that's close on the margins there. And then Carrie Mulligan, I just, God is my witness, I could not conjure. I'm going to know it when I see it, but I can't conjure another movie she's been in. Oh, Drive. Yeah, Drive. That's right. Forgot about that. Forgot about Drive. How'd you forget Drive? I think because I wasn't really, I think maybe it came out when I was in Korea. And by the time I had come back, it was like the reaction to the backlash to the backlash had already begun. And I was like, I don't want to see this now. Seeing this movie, it makes me a part of a conversation. There's backlash, mostly because, like, after watching it, a lot of guys that were my age were like, I need that jacket. I want to be that guy. I need that jacket. So that was the backlash. I also didn't want to watch it and then get, like, incepted into buying the jacket, because the jacket, I don't know, it probably was over $100 back then. I'd already burned my budget on the Weekender, which I'm still wearing to this day, as long as you ignore like the 14 years when I didn't wear it or whatever. Sick jacket? Maybe I'll watch it, man. Maybe I'll watch it. You got that jacket on your wrist? I got the first of 4 payments of Klarna for the Scorpion jacket on my wrist. Just so you know. Just so you know who you're talking to. I've got a quarter of my buy now, pay later payments for the Drive Ryan Gosling Scorpion jacket on my wrist. So show some respect.
Pellet. A noun meaning a usually small. Impolite. An adjective meaning not. Proof. A noun meaning.
Should just get rid of the easy words, man.
Anime. A noun meaning. Groove. A noun meaning a long, narrow channel. Or
Yeah, okay.
concatenate. An adjective meaning linked together. Concatenate comes from Latin.
Yes, okay. It's yeah, okay, concatenate. That makes sense. The records are concatenate. They've been concatenated. Okay, that makes sense.
Schism. A noun meaning.
Diet of worms type shit.
Peradventure. A noun meaning doubt. 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 Peradventure. A noun meaning doubt.
Shut up. I have to think. Bikes on the corners. So here's what I'm thinking. Venture is almost like a lack of doubt. I would venture to guess. Something. So you have to tease apart, is the AI cooked and the word is really peradventure? Or is the word adventure, like as in the prefix meaning the opposite of the word that comes after it? Because I really doubt it would just be adventure, but it's possible that there's an exact replica of the word adventure that means doubt. A peradventure seems crazy to me, and peradventure doesn't seem much better. I have no idea. I honestly have no idea where that one was going. With an E? Hang on, I got a WhatsApp message. You told me not to put an emoji on the end of the sentence, guess what? I got an okay with a thumbs up in return. You guys don't know anything about talking to other dads. You don't know shit about talking to other dads. Know your spheres of competency, okay? And default to others where you have a dearth of knowledge.
Macaw, a noun meaning any of numerous parrots.
We're not going to make that mistake twice, okay?
Modicum, a noun meaning a small portion.
Modicum! Too fast, too furious. Look it up.
Phloem, a noun meaning a complex. Frisson, a noun meaning.
I guess we're running out of words in the English language, bro.
Warden, a noun meaning one having care or charge. Torturous, an adjective meaning very. Etruscan, an adjective meaning of relating.
Etruscan. Pretty good, man. We got the jelly donut today. I can live with that. Peradventure. Okay, fair enough, man. I wasn't even sniffing on that one. Those are supposed to be hard? Question mark. Line to spell the word in 1 second and move on with your life. One person, me. Line to complain that there was a easy word in hard. 11,000 people. Is everything wrong with society? This is the problem with Scrandle. Guy who's actually evaluating whether or not the food looks tasty. One guy. Just me. Yours truly. People who are like, that's not a hamburger. It's made of steak instead of ground beef. 11,000 people. Loading screen tip ass. Thanks for bringing that one back. I forgot about that. Pretty good, man. That looks like a breakfast burrito, man. Tortilla, eggs, cooked potatoes, or hash browns. That's a breakfast burrito. There's no shot a breakfast burrito is not from the United States. I understand a burrito is from Mexico, but a breakfast burrito is from the United States. I would eat it. It's not my favorite breakfast food. I would personally categorize this as a little overbought, but I will eat it happily, but it's not my favorite breakfast food. We should call a regular burrito a nighttime breakfast burrito. You know what I'm talking about, Perry Grip fans? What's your breakfast of choice? I'm a classic all-day breakfast sort of guy. 2 eggs, strips of bacon, breakfast potatoes, 2 pieces of toast, cup of drip coffee. Two ounces of cum. That's agadashi tofu from Japan. And it's yum. It's delicious. It's actually like the best tofu you can. Haters will say it's fake. It's the best tofu that you can make. It's delicious. It's fantastic. And we'll be moving on. That's chocolate cake. A no-bake dessert. It looks like a no-bake dessert, to be honest. I mean, if I'm being honest, it kind of looks like shit, but I would eat it. So you buy cookies, and you buy this shit, and you mix... maybe it's okay. I'm virtue signaling. I don't know where this is from. It looks like it's from the United Kingdom, which is fine. It looks like... Okay. Y'all yum. This is some shit my grandma would make for dessert. 15,000, huh? That's pretty good. UK with a German name, huh? Wait till you hear about the hamburger, young homie. Okay, this way. Oh no, guys, I've got evil mode on. I need to restart Scrandle. Was your grandma a little British culturally? Yeah, because I think that the history of Canada, culturally speaking, from the 19th century through to the 21st century, is gradually Americanizing a British country, essentially. So the older, thank you for saying that, VIP Daniel. Older white people in Canada tend to be more British than American, at least with respect to their media and their culinary takes. So I grew up eating a lot of semi-British foods, I guess. And my grandma watched EastEnders. She didn't watch Emerton, but if she knew what it was, she probably would have been like, it's a little too modern for me. But she watched EastEnders all the time. And like had a picture of the Queen in her house and stuff like that. Like pictures of like the one time the Queen visited Ontario in like 1963 or something like that. So old people in Canada go crazy for that. Having like a framed picture of the Queen shaking hands with like the mayor of Port Coquitlam or something. Yo, I saw Queen Elizabeth II shake hands with the mayor of Port Moody. You wouldn't know shit about that. Actually, I'm nostalgic for this because you can't help but be nostalgic for some stupid stuff from your childhood. But like, well, I used to go see Kingston Frontenac's games at the Memorial Center in Kingston, and they would play O Canada. And when they played O Canada, they would put a spotlight on the Canadian flag at the end of the arena. And then they would play God Save the Queen, and they would put the spotlight on a huge fucking portrait, like a painting of Queen Elizabeth II. I don't really give a fuck about the British monarchy at all, but the vibes were like immaculate, man. The analog spotlight shining on a fucking painting. The painting like looked small because it was far away, but was probably like 8 feet tall or something like that. The vibes were kind of sick as like an 8-year-old. Okay, let's just be vegan curry sausage. It looks better. And here's the thing. What do I have more distaste for, man? Potato salad or vegan sausage? It's potato salad. But do I feel this is tough because I also feel like Scrandle heads might be like, well, I don't know, because my vibe for the current culture could easily be off. I don't know if they're going to be like, if I say that they're like, vegan sausage, what the flip is this, mate? Maybe that's me still living in the 2000s. Maybe it's more like, oh my God, and it's even better than a real sausage. It's vegan sausage. So I don't know where we stand. I don't know where we stand. I bet this tastes better. I think this looks better. In Scrandle, you should vote for what looks better. Why is your color fucked? It's all good on my screen. It's got to be the Hainanese chicken rice. Have to imagine. This is not worth 87. Just chill, guys. Just chill. Dumplings with mushroom sauce. Oh, it's German campus food again. Or Swabian dumplings with herb sauce and green beans. This, I mean, the colors are fucked. This looks pretty good, man. This looks, if I may be ridiculous, this looks too small. This is not large, but this looks too small. I go that and eat 16%. That's worth more than 16%, man. It's gonna be the cheeseburger by a mile, I think. It looks good by Scrandle burger standards. Lentils with soy pea cream, and the color is blue, and the bread is floating off of the thing. So it's really hard for me to figure out what this is actually going to look like without the filter. This looks really, really, really bad. The sweet chili sauce is already a really strong flavor, and it's drowning the entire plate. They filled the avocado with it. I just think this looks horrible. I like glass noodles. I like sweet chili sauce. I like avocado. This just doesn't feel like it works. That's insane to me. That looks actually better than I thought it would. It looks edible. And the other one looks like AI-generated nonsense. That's crazy. The Jumbo Laugen hot dog bonanza, it looks pretty fucking good. But then what wins, man? This, I'm kind of a you-know-what for cucumbers, to be honest. Maybe other people would find that disgusting, but I like it, man. A gherkin? Maybe they're pickles, even better. It puts it into comparison that this is only 897 calories, man, and the thing is like 2 feet long. The fuck are they putting in like Snyder's pretzel nuggets? It's crazy. Like 2 Snyder's pretzel nuggets is like 400 calories and they're like this big. I think this currywurst doesn't lose, man. I'm glad this got some percentages though. Okay, so obviously with the filter it looks like worms. But let's get beyond that. I mean, kitsune udon. I'm not an uba. I'm not an udon or a soba head. To be honest, I'm a ramen guy. I have to say that just from looking at it, this probably looks fine. If you like udon, this looks a little bit more exciting. Fair enough. I'm a little surprised, but fair enough. Pizza special, or I think that's arugula. It's not like plasma shooting off of the pizza. What is this? Oh, it's apple strudel. Okay, that's... I mean, dude, with the filter on, this pizza looks pretty good. I'll cop to that. That one looks better. If I didn't have the filter on, I probably would have gone there. Cuban rice, egg, schnitzel with potato salad, bread, a pear, and a glass of red wine. As much as I love chili, I feel like nothing could beat this assortment of food for a fair price. Never mind. What would win? Every food on the planet or one bowl of red soup, which I admittedly like. Scrambled eggs? If you say so. Or, if I'm being honest, a really, really bad-looking wrap. Like an awful-looking wrap versus absolutely awful-looking eggs, man. I mean, like, what is this? I guess maybe there's a side of red cabbage, and this is the cabbage juice. I gotta go with the wrap. Oh, it's sweet chili sauce. The fuck are they doing with the sauces, man? It's too much. It's too much. Here, I gotta disable evil mode for next time. Holy cow. Our sweet chili sauce. It's broken. An ancient Roman cookbook contains an apparently quite delicious recipe for Parthian what? Snake. Makes sense, the word poultry came from the French for what bird? Chicken. Okay, that's very glad it was chicken. The oldest known version of the Hippocratic Oath begins with a vow to what Greek god of healing and disease? Caduceus. What if I told you he's also the god of the sun? Apollo's Roman? No, Apollo's Greek. Okay, fair enough. What team lost Super Bowl one? Probably the Chiefs, if I had to guess. They're always in that. Spoiler alert. At the end of The Hound of the Baskervilles, the villain Jack Stapleton dies off camera by what means? Poisoned cock ring. Spoiler alert, near the end of Hamlet, Ophelia dies mysteriously by what means? I read Hamlet in 2005. It's a long time ago. She died via a stroke. The end of Moby Dick. Captain Ahab dies by what? By drowning. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Spoilers! Reigning from 1908 to 1910 following a regicide, Manuel the Unfortunate was the last king of what country? Spain. Reigning from 1495 to 1521, when they got control over the Indian Ocean and South Atlantic trade routes, Manuel the Fortunate was a beloved king of Portugal? The correct answer is Portugal. Easy enough. Spain still has a king. I think you'll find that he actually plays for Inter Miami now. He doesn't play for Barcelona anymore. He plays for Inter Miami. Or whatever the fuck team Cristiano Ronaldo plays for now, which is in Saudi Arabia, maybe? He's Argentine? Yes, he played football in what we would consider to be Spain, but now we're getting into the Catalonian independence thing, okay? So, like, the joke has gone too far. Ronaldo's Portuguese? Yes, but he doesn't play for Portugal. He played for Real Madrid, which is in Spain, and now he plays for Saudi Arabia. He also played for Manchester United? Yeah, but now we're just going fact for fact. You don't want to go fact for fact with a neurotypical guy like myself. It's bad for your health is all I'm saying. I know you've watched a lot of video essays. I just have this fuck-ass like life experience, man. You just sort of pick stuff up. You got a chewing gum brain and people are throwing hairs in it all the time. Sort these common expenses and debts from largest to smallest. Okay. This is all Fermi estimation, man. Let's start. I have no idea how much the average amount of student loan debt in the US is, so let's save that for a bit. Average 12-month rent for a one-bedroom apartment, different markets, different prices. For now, let's price this at 24 grand a year. So we'll start there. Average amount of credit card debt, credit cards alone, I imagine is less than 24 grand a year. I imagine the average cost of a wedding is higher. The average cost of a funeral, I feel like it's going to be higher, lower than rent, but I'm not 100%. And then the median down payment for first-time home buyers for a median-priced house, you would probably estimate at 20% of 400,000. So you would estimate it at like 80 grand. And then the average amount of student loan debt among borrowers, I have to imagine, if it was just the populace at large, it would be much lower because there's a lot of old heads out there. But among borrowers alone, I'm going to leave it where it is. And then a hot swapper, man. 38, that... You can buy a house in the United States with 8% down. You can do it with 5% now. What? 2008, bro? That's what I'm saying. It should be like 90% after 2008, man. I just did it with 0. That's crazy. I mean, if you pass the mortgage stress test, then like I'm not the kind of idiot that's going to be like, just because of one fact the world economy is going to 0. That seems insane. That doesn't seem to be like a good way to a model to do your investments with, but 0% down is crazy to me, though. On it, can I say this is? I don't even know. I didn't even have a guess for this. This is about where I thought it would be. I thought it would be about 10 grand. This is lower than I thought it would be. I figured like nationally in the U.S., one-bedroom rents would be about 2 grand a month. Average cost of a wedding, I was thinking around 20, so this is markedly higher. This I wasn't even close on, to be honest with you. And that, I don't know, I was thinking maybe like 50. Fair enough. Chat lives in Skibidi, Ohio. Yeah, but they're always also saying stuff like, move to Skibbity, Ohio. They're always like, why would you buy an expensive house near where you live? Bro, you should just go to Skibbity, Ohio instead. You can get a $380,000 house with zero down. They'll pay you to buy the house, apparently. I don't really understand what's going on. Move to China? Could be sick. Could be a vibe. Shenzhen summer? Shenzhen fall? I guess the summer's like half over. You think they would embrace me in Shenzhen, China? You think they would give a fuck about me? I don't think they'd give a fuck about me. I don't think they would care at all. It's not all about me. I think they'd be too busy doing like their own shit, man, going about their own life. I would be over there going, look at them. They love me. I'm a celebrity. This is crazy. No pictures, please. Higher daily temperature in the fall? I don't know, man. Minnesota's pretty cold. Illinois is literally like just south of it, but I have to imagine it's Illinois. Higher percentage of people who commute by walking. Well, this is like the mountains. Like these are the Rocky Mountains. I imagine they're both going to be pretty low. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Colorado. Higher population. Seoul. Seoul or Baja California in Mexico. I'm pretty sure, Seoul has like 20 million people plus. Mexico, I don't even know the population of the whole country. I would guess 60 million. I'm guessing most of it is not in Baja California. Higher percentage of workers employed in community and social service. You would think Portland on heuristics, but you'd also think Florida because of the elderly. Social service is not just elderly. Let's go Oregon. It just feels right. Where are people sleeping less? I believe that they're sleeping less in the city that never sleeps, Baltimore. Perfect day. I will not be giving my Google credentials to Juxtastat to get quiz history across devices, but you do you. Everyone's got their limits. That's fine. I'm not saying they're evil for it. I'm just saying you got to give me a little bit more than that. Some kind of hard golf. Dude, they show you a vector now? That's cheating. Or maybe it's only on your first shot. Incredible aura on that shot. Now you gotta, it's a real risk to bank it up there. I think you just take one shot over here. What was the game plan for that? It's this. My man. Ooh. You touch my tra-la-la. Remember when people used to say that all the time? My ding-ding-dong? Okay, pretty bad. We're getting kind of slick with it, man. I would like to not shoot and move over here instead. Shiny did. Speaking of K-pop VIP, Daniel, anyone been listening to Billion Koyangi by Eyelid? They're kind of knocking it out of the park, man. I'm not a super K-pop head. I've been listening to my daughter's playlist in the car. The song's kind of popping, man. And I like Magnetic. Magnetic's a good song too. And Cherish My Love and what's the other one that's I gotta put some respect on Billion Koyangi. I think that's a really good song. I think they did a great job with that one. The sort of like pseudo disco sample that they got going on. That was a really good day of golf, man. Finished 97% better than the average user. Sounds better than my daughter's playlist. It's all Cat's Eye. I don't know. I think Gnarly's got a certain je ne sais quoi to it as well. The only Cat's Eye song that she has is Touch, which is like, you know, it's fine. But I think Gnarly's got a certain, it's the griminess of it that I like. I don't think that I love the song. Like, I don't think I would listen to it too much on my own playlist. But I like the fact that it's a little like it's in your face and kind of like the music sounds ugly, which I think is good. Like, it's very maximal. Also like the new Blackpink song. And I'm not much of a Blackpink head by and large, just because the previous songs that I've heard, and I've heard a lot of them, are all like, and I don't mean this in a way that I'm suggesting that they're evil, but all of the songs that I'd heard before have been like militant. Like, they've all been like like to marching music for like a futuristic army or something like that, which is a vibe, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like what they're doing with Jump, honestly. Anyway, that's the ongoing history of popular music featuring me. What about the new Twice? I don't know that unless it's Strategy from the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. And I like that song too. I think that song is good. You're kind of the GOAT. I promise you, by the way, I do not say I do not say that about every K-pop song. I've taken some heat, okay? I've taken some heat. I don't want to type what I think the right answer is here. I don't know what it is. Non-standard spell. I'm going to skip. Hers 3. Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. Canadian political books about consumerism. Yeah, it's no logo, bitch. Nice try. Can I get some :flag_CA colons in chat? 21st century revolutions, 2010s in Kiev, 2013 in Ukraine, 2013 protests, 2014 conflicts in 2013, the revolution of dignity. I just don't know what it's called. Euromaidan. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but I was alive when it was happening. I'm familiar with it. Christian states in Europe that are former Norwegian colonies that are members of NATO. Okay. I feel like I want to say it's Iceland. Iceland makes a lot of sense. Iceland makes more sense than Faroe Islands, which is what I was originally thinking. But the Faroe Islands are not an island country. They're an archipelago. Iceland is an island. 1850 speeches. History of women in the United States, women's rights, pre-emancipation African American history. History of women in the United States, May 1851. Ain't I a woman? I don't know this one. 1927 in science, inequalities. Oh, great, my game's gone woke. Inequalities. Mathematical physics, principles, quantum mechanics, scientific. What is the Heisenberg Uncertainty principle. Thank you, 12th grade physics. We take those. Pope John Paul, welcome back, welcome back. 20th century African American male actors and sportsmen and 21st century American criminals, it's O.J. Simpson. It's Buffalo Bills. Let me see some other stuff. Olympic game, NFL Most Valuable Player Award winners. Deaths in Nevada. Domestic violence in the United States. Yeah, this is O.J. Simpson, bro. Say whatever you want about O.J. Simpson. Covered a lot of categories in his life. Covered a lot of categories. No doubt about that. Made it a very easy answer too. Arguments for the existence of God. That's Pascal's wager, bro. Come on, you can't be looking like that, right? Pascal's wager. Arguments for the existence of God. You don't get punished if you believe in something that's false. Arguments against the existence of God. That hairline! Oh, brother! Amorphous solids. Windows. Glass? I don't think you're packaging much stuff in glass now that I think about it. I have no idea what a dielectric is. Maybe it's glass, man. It's glass. It's glass. Oh, that's true. You do package liquids in glass sometimes. That's true. That's true. Capitals of former nations. Coastal towns in Sicily. I should know this. Like Palermo. Thank you, Europa Universalis. We actually knocked it out of the park today. First off, we top-ticked the lowest scoring answer, which is sick. Thank you to my parents for giving birth to me in Canada, so I know what no logo is. And we're in the right side of the bell curve, man. Close, but no cigar. Now that's a flex if you wrote that. Fair enough. Easy, man. Freakonomics. Freakonomics being up there is crazy. Those catfish. What are we doing? Minute Cryptic. Minute Cryptic. This is why you have 2% female viewership. Maybe I have 2% female. I've ruined my whole point. Maybe I have 2% female viewership because every time anything even tangentially related to womanhood comes up, a bunch of men in chat go, "This is why women don't watch you." As if they're so easily offended that I have a gap in my knowledge that they're like, "I'm not going to watch this guy anymore." It's like 10 times more misogynist than anything that I've ever said, except when I made a joke where I said periods suck, and then someone said menopause also sucks, and then I said, well, then there is no pleasing you. But in my defense, that was not a nice thing to say, but I did the calculus, and it was funny enough to compensate for the fact that it wasn't nice. I wouldn't have said it if it wasn't hilarious. If it was mildly amusing, I wouldn't have said it. I would have kept it to myself. Maybe I would have posted it in the content creator Discord. You can't see. But it was hilarious enough, it would have been irresponsible not to say it. It would have been depriving the world of joy just to protect myself from harm, which is not something that a utilitarian like me would do. Top Easter egg of dozen, I think. My aunt's just going to write 12. Okay. So let's break it down. This is 6 letters, which means it's possible you could rearrange this to make something, but I don't know what it would be. Easter's also 6 letters. Top might indicate we take the first letter of something Oh my God. Is it like, no, tastier is too long. But with an I, we can get, no, we can't. We can get teasier. Let's see how close we were. Easter egg! Something is hidden inside a neighboring phrase. Oh, fuck. Okay. So I was way off. So something's inside of dozen. And then the fodder is dozen, I think. Zenith! All right, we'll take that. Zenith. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And then top is the definition. The definition at the start is pretty rare in Minute Cryptic. Usually the definition comes at the end, and I was relying on that rule of thumb, which doesn't always apply. Fair enough. This shit's whack? No, it's actually the height of thinking. It's the height of thinking, man. It's the height of non-linear thinking. It's both. Oh, pick a side, man. You gonna see Bad Guys 2 with the fam? No, we're doing a double feature, Naked Gun into Eddington this weekend. It's time to find. She saw the Minecraft movie. She liked it, thought it was a little too scary. It's time to really get her going to the movie theater. Eddington, I don't know, it might not be her speed, but I think she's gonna love Naked Gun. All right, slash marker. Call that the dulls. I'm gonna go pee. We'll be right back.